What's going on, guys? So I did a thing today and I want to share it with you. I traded with the copy trader for the first time. Freaking loved it, let me tell you. It was a swing trade I put on with targets that I expected to get hit, but the damn thing got hit intraday. So I took profits, put the money in my pocket. That's the safest place where it can be, right? Now let me show you everything that happened here. Okay, so first things first, before we jump into the copy trader thing, right here you're seeing behind me, Tradovate. Yep, that's right. Took my first trade in Tradovate. I haven't used it before, and it's gonna take some getting used to. So what I did was, I found another firm that I had seen previously, but I wasn't sure of because when I saw it last year, when I went on that endeavor to find the firm that I thought was best for new traders, this firm was, in my opinion, at the time, not the best for new traders. It had little bit too many rules, and it was just a bunch of hoops, and I didn't like it. So that's why I showed you Lilu. And I still suggest that Lilu is probably the best route to go for a brand new trader. Now, if you are an intermediate trader, if you are a little bit more of an advanced trader, and your focus is not really passing the eval because you know you can pass it because you have the skills to do so, then your focus is probably payouts. And if your focus is probably payouts, then the one to go with, in my opinion, is Apex, and right now they have 80% off. So there's a link in the description and comment section, and if you use my code, normally that code will get you about 50% off, but right now if you use it, it'll get you 80% off. That special ends on the 12th. Now, today was my first day trading with Apex. I'm trying to pass their 150K evaluation account. I want to do like 2 or 3 of those if I can. It's going to take me a minute to get them done so that I can use copy trader there and then day trade with it and show you how it's done with a more, in my opinion, with a more payout friendly type of firm. Okay, now with them, you got the same rules basically as Lilu, just don't blow up the trailing drawdown. That used to not be that way, but it is that way now. And you get 2 payouts per month. It's a no-brainer. Plus, you get to keep the first $25,000 you make. Now, this morning I took my first trade with them, and my first trade out the gates, made a couple bucks. When I closed out the trade, it immediately put me right back into a trade, and it was my fault. I had ATM on with some stipulations on it, and I didn't realize when I closed out the trade I was in, it would automatically just put me in a new one. I don't really use that for the bracket orders or anything like that, so it's going to take some getting used to. I'm not familiar with this platform at all, with Tradovate. I like a lot of things on it. I'm going to have to learn and get used to a lot of other things. Hopefully that'll give me some content to provide to show you how to use Tradovate. But regardless, I purposely put on 2 trades on it. I put on a third accidentally. Either way, over $3,000 on the day with that, and just need, what is it, about $5,600 left in order to pass that 150K account. Now, let me show you the trade I put on with it today. Here, you see you have resistance up here at 43.05, and you got support down here at about 42.75. When we were up here in this level, that's when I decided to start to get short, and I'll show you what that trade looked like. So you see these lines here, these crazy lines. Those are my trades. I know, it's wild. Here was a long trade, made 300 bucks. Then here was a short trade. I scaled into the position on this bounce back attempt here on the ES, and then I took profits as we went, right? I took profits down here, I took profits here, and I got flat down here on my last take. So all in all, it was a banger trade. I made, what was it, probably 2,000 and change on it. No, actually 3,000 and change on it. So it's a really good day. I made about 3,300 bucks on that one. Profit target for the 150K account is $9,000 if I'm not mistaken. Yes, $9,000 with a $5,000 trailing drawdown. Now, I have no idea where my trailing drawdown is right now, so I have to figure out how to find that information. I'm sure it'll take me just a few seconds, and once I do, I can have a better gauge on managing my risk on these follow-up trades. Last thing I want to do is be really close to passing this and then getting slammed on the trailing drawdown. But regardless, that's the trade I took this morning. You see here how this morning we sell off really quickly here, bang, right? We get all the way down here, and then we get that bounce back. A little bit of light volume on that bounce back attempt, and that's when I decided to go ahead and get short in here, and I wrote it down back here. I mean, like, This thing went way quicker than I thought it would. And the trailing drawdown was in the back of my head, so that's when I cut it loose here. Had I held on to it for this last take at least, man, that would have been a banger. However, I did catch most of all that move on my copy trader swing trade. Let me show you that one. Oh, before I show you that one, here's my P&L on the day. Gross P&L, 35.50, 8 trades, total of 54 contracts. Average trade time, 11 minutes. Longest trade was 21 minutes. And those of you who have following me for a while know that typically those are my trades. My trades don't last seconds for the most part. They last, multiple minutes to even an hour or two. So profitable trade, 75%, all because of that one trade that executed on me. I don't even know how. I got to figure out this platform some. So there you go, right? My loss, $81. My win, $34.69. So largest winning trade, $12.50. Average winning trade, $6.04. Okay, and the max run up, $34.87. What else we got here? Total loss, $75. Losing trade, just 2. Losing contracts on those 2 was 6 contracts that were all in L. But I mean, that's when you could tell, right? You see how quickly I closed that off. It was like, oh, why did this thing open a trade on me? Bang, closed out. I don't want anything to do with it. Max drawdown, $123. Not sure on that, how all that works. And oh, look, you can see here, I closed it off in 5 seconds. I really like this about the Tradovate thing. You don't really get this on Ninja, at least not that I know of. So that's pretty cool that you can go in there and kind of see all this data. In my opinion, I love it. I love all this data. The more data you get, here are my trades, the more data you get, the better you can become as a trader. All right, now let's go ahead and jump into the other trade that was on the 3 funded accounts. Like I said, guys, 80% off. It ends on June 12th, and that's for Apex. Let me show you today's trade here on the 3 funded accounts. Remember, I got those 3 25K accounts plus the 50K one, but this trade was on the 3 25K accounts over at Lilu. I'm going to be using that for swing trading. However, my targets were hit. I mean, look, my final target was in this 42.75 zone to 40. See? Right here, we reached 42.78 area. And I mean, that's pretty damn close if you ask me. So I'm glad I kind of booked that. There we go. So I entered this swing trade short right here. Right in here, I entered this swing trade short. And that was 42.9875. I saw this, as a double top up here in front of 43.05 area. And why? Let's go over to this hourly chart right here. Look at that. It's clean as day. You had a top back here and then today, right? Now, will that top hold? I don't know. We're going to find out. However, I knew that's where I wanted to get short. So right here on that, reject attempt to that, U-shape back up there to the highs, when I got short, I set my stop up over here over 43.05. I put it at 43.0625. And I said, okay, I went to trade my Tradovate. And I just sat back, let this thing do its thing. I knew where my stop was at on this, and I knew it was 3 accounts, 3 micros on each one. And look at this, guys. I just wrote it down. Once I was done trading the Tradovate account, I just came out here and put out some orders. Boom, got one fill right here. Got another fill down here. And then this last fill, I might have gotten a little bit ahead of myself. However, I knew that between 42.85 to 42.78 to 75 area was going to be a possible support zone. And I don't know. I said, you know what? I'm not going to be extra greedy here for like an extra, I don't even know what it would have been, maybe $30 or maybe an extra $100. Maybe an extra $100. I was like, I'm not going to get extra greedy here for an extra $100. I did use a trailing drawdown manually, and I do have the last piece of that trade recorded, and I'm just down to that one contract. Now, that one contract is triple because it's across 3 different accounts using the copy trader, okay? And now you see here that we start to dwindle on down, big volume on that drop. Fast forward a little bit here. I'm mindful that we are in that zone where I'm expecting a bounce back. You can see initially this stop was up here. Slowly, I started bringing it down. I'm up 12 points there and change. I think I caught like 16 points on this final take. We come all the way down there. Boom, look at that. We tapped it. We freaking tapped it, guys. Oh my God, that was so frustrating to see happen. So we tapped that there, and I say to myself, okay, I'm going to hold my stop on the remainder over 42.84. And I think I use a mental stop if I'm not mistaken. I don't think I bring this stop down there. And then I look at Apple and I see Apple possibly giving a little bit of a slight bounce back, nothing huge. Don't get my fill here. I'm like, oh, I'm not going to be greedy. This thing could snap back, get right back to 42.89 and stop me out. Right? So I close it out right there at 42.83, book about 16 points in profit on that last take. And that's all I needed. I mean, look, it's right here. Here's the fill right here. Shortly after we did get all the way back down here. Disappointing. I mean, it is what it is. What did I leave on the table? I left 2 points and change on the table, or just about. So not a huge deal. We're talking about 30 bucks. I left about 30 bucks, something like that, on the table. If my math is right, I'm mathing on my head right now. No editing going on for that math. So that's it, right? All in all, a good day. In the funded account, across the board on that, potential would have been a swing trade, $550 some odd dollars. And then in the new evaluation account, nailing, what was it, about 34, a little bit over 3,400 bucks on that one, leaving me, what is it, about 5,600 and change left to pass that eval. Just one trade and already made over 50% of the profit on the way to passing the eval. I'll take it. Hopefully we can knock some more out of it later today or maybe tomorrow. All right. So any questions, guys, let me know. Remember, you got trade ideas, test drive, link in the description and comment section, and you got the 80% off for Apex, the new firm that I'm trading with there, with a more of an emphasis on the payout structure versus anything else. And that's what I'm enjoying about it. All right, guys. Any questions, drop them in the comment section. Thank you very much for watching. I'll catch you on another one. Peace.